Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 954th Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. Just to say, it's one of our new concept battles. I will explain that to you a little bit later. But the main reason I wanted to show this battle is because we're going to look at battlefield awareness and reading the battlefield and how important that is. Okay, so not only is this an exciting battle, I hope this is going to be an informative battle as well. Okay, you'll see here that we're playing, we've got big open plains there with the winter and woods bonus for any barbarian troops that wants to be brought to the battlefield. And as I say, this is a new concept battle that we've been trying. Our first teammate is someone who's called himself Trump Train, but is in fact Scorpion King SR. And you will see that he has brought the Parthian faction. Now he's got 9 heavy cavalry, 1 horse archer, 6 foot archers, and 4 Eastern infantry. Okay, now we are the lesser, weaker faction team. So we've got maximum money. All our units are fully upgraded. Okay, there's the, if you notice there, can you see the Eastern infantry there? People in the past used to call these guys the pajama people because it looked to people that they just got out of bed, grabbed their spear and their shield and went into battle still wearing their pajamas. Okay, so they were called the pajama people, the Eastern infantry. They're not actually very good infantry, to be honest. And here you already have the horse archers. These are some of the best horse archers in the game. They're fast moving, can form Canterbury and circle, and can do a lot of damage to enemy troops. There's some more of the pajama people there. And of course, you've got the cataphracts there as well. And there's their archers. Now, they, of course, every unit of the weaker, lesser faction team will be fully upgraded. So you've got the medium range archers, and of course you've got the fully upgraded cataphracts there. Okay, so that's Scorpion King's army there. Don't forget, this is a new concept. These are new concept battles, so it's all kind of a learning curve for us at the moment. So that's Scorpion King's fully upgraded Parthian army. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Earth. Now, Earth has got 8 chosen swordsmen, 6 head hurlers, and 6 chariots. Okay, now remember, these chosen swordsmen, I think, are very underestimated infantry, and fully upgraded, you'd be surprised on how tough they are. They've got excellent morale, like urban cohorts, and as I say, I think they're very underestimated infantry. And then we move on to the infamous head hurlers. Now he's got 6 of these. Remember, the heads that these guys throw are effective against armor. Okay, you can see that they carry their heads on their belts there. And with 6 units there, enemy units literally melt in front of them with the devastation that these effective against armor heads can cause. Some modern Britannia armies sometimes bring 12 or 14 head hurlers to the battlefield. And then, of course, he's got the barbarian warlord chariots. Now, remember, these are the chariots with 5 hit points. And when they rout, they leave the battlefield like any other unit. They don't run amok. And pound for pound, I think these are thought to be the best chariots in the game. Okay, 5 hit points, and they don't run amok when they rout. So that's a Britannia army. Once again, don't forget, fully upgraded units there. Our next teammate is Brotherhood member Fesen. Now, Fesen's got 12 chosen axemen, 3 berserkers, and 5 cavalry. Okay, quick look at his chosen axemen there. There you are. You can see they carry those effective against armor axes there, like we've talked about before. Those can cut wide swathes through heavily armored enemy troops like Roman infantry. There you are. So pretty tough. And as I said, don't forget, all our units are fully upgraded. And then we move to the infamous berserkers. Remember, they've got those effective against armor maces. They've got 2 hit points, and they bring a big fear factor. And arguably, these are the most powerful units in the game. That's why we only allow 3 in our battles, because they are so powerful. As I say, big fear factor, effective against armor maces, and 2 hit points. So they are quite effective. And then we have, I think, the Gothic cavalry there. Have a look at the specs of the Gothic cavalry. I think you'll be surprised on how good they are. And that is Fesen's Germanic army. As I say, I just wanted to remind everybody that the lesser, weaker faction team, we are all fully upgraded. Our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who has unusually bought the Spanish faction. Okay, now I've got 17 bull warriors and 3 armoured cavalry units. Okay, so there's my bull warriors there. Okay, if you notice on top of their helmets, can you see the horns and the sun. They worship the bull god and the sun god. And there you'll see that the sun is being held up by the bull's horns there. Okay, just thought you might find that interesting. These guys, on paper, look really good. They've got 2 hit points. Their specifications they look fantastic. But actually, when you put them on the battlefield, as I say, they look good on paper, but they just don't perform to what they should do on paper, if you see what I mean. That's why you don't see them in the 31k battlefield, because they just don't come up to what they should be. So there you are. We've got Parthia with Scorpion King. Don't forget all fully upgraded units. We've got Britannia with Earth there. We've got Germania with Fesen, and we've got Spain with myself. And as I say, we've had maximum money here, so the lesser, weaker factions are fully upgraded. You wait till you see the armies we're up against. Okay, they're 31k tried and tested Roman armies. Okay, and this is going to be a bit of a fight and an informative battle too. And here is the other team. We have RTW player Gladiator. Now, Gladiator has got 10 infantry, 6 cavalry, and 4 war dogs. I think Gladiator's been in a few of our battles in the past, and I've seen him in the RTW multiplayer lobby. The war dogs are hiding in the woods there, so I think he's quite an experienced player. As I say, he's got 10 infantry, 6 cavalry, and 4 war dogs hiding in the woods there. Okay. And as I say, he has been in our games in the past, and I have seen him in the multiplayer lobby quite a lot joining other people's games. So I think he's quite an experienced player, and he may well be playing under a different name. To be honest with you, I don't really know there. Their next teammate is Brotherhood member Mantu. Now, Mantu has got 7 infantry, 3 archers, 4 war dogs, and 6 cavalry. Okay, so just 7 infantry here. Quick look at the war dogs. They can be quite useful for having to go archers and things like that. You used to see these units built quite a bit in the past there. But there's something I wanted to show you here. Can you see that Mantu's cavalry, count the upgrades, 9 upgrades, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry. So it lifts them out of the elite bracket into the super cavalry bracket. Now, those of you that like statistics might like to know that each one of those fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry units cost 2,700 denarii. Okay, so fully upgraded, 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack, fully upgraded Praetorian cavalry, 2,700 denarii, which means that those 6 cavalry units has cost him 16,200 denarii from his 31k budget. So those 6 cavalry units has cost him more than half of his 31k budget, 16,200 denarii. Now, please remember that, because this could be quite important for later on in the battle. So as I say, those 6 cavalry units, 16,200 denarii combined money there to buy those fully upgraded units. Okay, and as I say, please remember that, because it's something interesting a little bit later on in the battle. Okay, so their next teammate is a Brotherhood member, Sultan Adnan. Now, he's got 6 archers, 10 infantry, and 4 cavalry. Okay, but what I'd like to show you here is, you see his infantry, he's got an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on his infantry. And of course, that experience stripe, you know, I've been talking about that for years in the 31k armies. An experience stripe, very important. And he's got 7 upgrades on his cavalry, experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. So there you are, that's Sultan Adnan's army. A lot of archer fire there. And their last teammate is Brotherhood member Royer 35. Now, Royer's got 11 infantry, 3 archers, and 6 cavalry. I'd also like to show you his army as well. You'll see that he's also put an experience stripe on his infantry. Okay, so he's got 7 upgrades, experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack. Plus, he's bought an extra morale boosting unit, an eagle unit there, and of course he's got his general morale bonus as well. So he's got 2 lots of morale going on, plus all of his infantry has got an experience stripe, gold shield, gold attack on as well. So that's a pretty solid Roman army build there. Now remember that all these Roman armies are battle hardened, tried and tested 31k Roman armies. Okay, so make no mistake, they've been in loads of battles, And as I say, tried and tested, battle-hardened 31k Roman armies. All right, so they are now facing 4 lesser, weaker factions, but they are fully upgraded. Okay, so as I say, it's got the potential to be a really cracking battle, and I hope you'll find it informative as well as we go into the battle. Okay, at this early stage of the battle, we literally just press start. I want to give you a heads up here to say that the team has decided we're going to fight over on the right flank. So I've got to move all the way from the left flank over to the right flank, and I hope that I don't get intercepted on the way over there. Okay, so as I say there, all of us, the team there, decided we're going to move over to the right flank. So I've got to run as fast as I can, and as I say, I hope I don't get intercepted. But where I've positioned my army, I should be okay. Right, here's something, you know, I wanted to talk to you about. There, you can see all the enemy team here are going to move over to their right. I'm just going to show you where the enemy team are looking to move to. Okay, so just to give you a heads up on this. So this area here is a flatter part of the map, and therefore you can easily attack our army if they want to. So this is where the enemy team are moving all the way over here. Okay, which means that their teammate, the Julii general here, has got to run all the way, or move all the way over to the other flank. Okay, now this is what I was talking to you about: battlefield awareness and reading the battlefield. Okay, now you'll see that Scorpion King and Earth are up there, and he knows that he's got to move all the way over to the other flank. Now if it was me, I would have positioned my troops maybe here and look to run in a straight line over there, and I hope that I didn't get intercepted by enemy troops. Okay, that's what I would have done if I was this Julii general. But he's positioned his army there. Okay, now as I say, remember we're talking about battlefield awareness and reading the battlefield. Okay, so he knows he's got to go all the way over to the other flank. Now, so far, the game started here, and he's only just moving now. Now, to me, if I was on this flank and I could get all the way over to the other flank, I would have been moving really fast. I don't know about you watching this, okay, but if you notice, he's just walking his army there. Now, as I say, no disrespect to any player in this game. I just wanted to show you about battlefield awareness and reading the battlefield. Now, here you can see Scorpion King moving his fully upgraded cataphracts forward. Plus, you've got Earth fully upgraded, 5 hit point chariots there, warlord chariots there as well. So make no mistake, these are really dangerous units to Rome, fully upgraded as well. And so that Julii general's moving across the battlefield very slowly. You see what I mean? He may be not battlefield aware. He's not kind of reading the battlefield here. And as I say, here you can see him, if you notice there, just nonchalantly having a Sunday stroll in the countryside. As I say, no disrespect here, but I'm just showing you how slowly he's moving, where to me, speed is the essence. Even if he runs over, he might be worried about his troops getting tired, but once he gets over to his allies, he can rest. But here you can see the Parthian cavalry coming towards him, and still look, his troops, he's just walking his troops over there. You see? So there you are, the Parthian fully upgraded cataphracts moving towards him there. And over here, like you can see, he's got Scorpion King's got one of his got his horse archer unit there, look, shooting arrows into the rear of the Julii general's units there, as they're just slowly moving on to the other side of the battlefield. Okay, so just can you see, just walking there, and with the Parthian cavalry just up there and those chariots, I'm just, I just think to myself, is he battlefield aware? Is he reading the battlefield here? Okay, so we know Scorpion King, one of the most aggressive players in the game, good tactician too, plus we know Earth, a really good tactician as well, and they must be looking at this slow-moving Julii army thinking, whoa, that is a potential target. Now you can see Mantu is worried because Mantu's got his fully upgraded cavalry here to escort his Julii ally across the battlefield. Now here you can see that the Julii general is running his cavalry okay, over towards Mantu, but his infantry are still strolling. And as I say, I don't know whether he's worried about his troops not being fresh when they get to the other side of the battlefield, but if he runs, he can rest his troops once he gets over there. But at the moment, to me, he is still in harm's way here. And don't forget that horse archer unit of Scorpion King shooting into the rear of his infantry. Right, let's just pause the game for a second here. So I say this horse archer unit here is shooting into the back, the weakest part of one of the Julii infantry units there. Okay, look at the positioning of the cataphracts. Now, to me, this looks like an imminent attack. Look at the chariots and the cavalry there, moving into what I think is an attack position. I don't know what you think. Please put your thoughts in the comments. You can see that I've just reached this flank here with my Spanish army, running all the way over there. But as I say, here my allies look to me like they're getting ready to strike that Julii army. Okay, so as I say, I don't like banging on about this, but battlefield awareness and reading the battlefield is so important. He's still walking his infantry across here. And look where the cataphracts are now. Those fully upgraded Parthian cataphracts are in, as I say, an attack position there. And they're backed up by the fully upgraded Warlord Britannia chariots. And he's still walking. Okay, you can see Mantu is worried here because he's got his fully upgraded cavalry there. Right, okay, so now I think the Julii general has actually stopped moving his infantry completely. He stopped his infantry there. And here you can see the chariots, I think they're moving into attack position. And the Parthian cavalry are definitely moving into attack position there. Okay, but as I say, look, the Julii general has actually stopped his infantry here. And as I say, I think speed is the essence here, isn't it? He needed to get over to the other flank. Okay, now he's starting to run. But look at the trajectory of where he's taking his infantry. Up there, right in front of the Parthian cavalry and the chariots. See the trajectory of his infantry? I don't know whether he thinks that because he's facing lesser factions that his infantry and cavalry can take out the lesser factions. I don't know. But look at the trajectory running right in front of those fully upgraded Parthian cavalry, and you've got the Britannia chariots coming down as well. And, I don't know what you guys think is going to happen here, but battlefield awareness and reading the battlefield tells me that he's going to get hit pretty hard. There you are. Can you see the Parthian cavalry and the chariots moving in there? And bang! As they smash in. Now here comes Mantu's fully upgraded cavalry to help his teammate. Look, but all the chariots and Parthian cavalry are smashing in there. Look, and bang! And bang! And there you can see the Julii general bringing his cavalry in at the same time. Look, and bang! As they smash in there. Oh my gosh, just look at the impact and penetration of those Parthian cavalry and the chariots there. Oh my gosh, remember the chariots bring a big fear factor there? And oh my gosh. So, all of the Julii general's infantry has now been taken out, including his general. If I remember correctly, 4 of his cavalry units have been taken out as well. And I think, if I remember right, he had 2 cavalry units that survived. But Mantu's cavalry, which he spent 16,200 denarii on, more than half of his budget, has now been completely taken out. So they were at Mantu trying to help his teammate out there. Look, charges cavalry in and has now lost all his fully upgraded cavalry. Okay, so as I say, 16,200 denarii has just been taken out there. And just where he was just trying to help his teammate there. I suppose on reflection he might have just thought, oh, I'll just take my cavalry away there, but because he's a good teammate, he charges cavalry in to try and help his teammate, but he's now lost all those fully upgraded cavalry there. And there you are. So that all of the Julii general's army, bar 2 battle damaged cavalry units, has now been taken out. And as I say, I wanted to show this battle just to talk about battlefield awareness and reading the battlefield there. And as you can see, unfortunately, I don't think the Julii general was battlefield aware. And just to say that all of us here were moving our infantry away from the position where we first started, and you can see that the enemy Roman troops now are moving over to this particular part of the battlefield there, but we will be moving away from them there. What I found with Spain, as I say, I haven't used Spain for many years, but the Spanish troops seem to tire quite easily. Their stamina doesn't seem to be very good. Right, here you can see that Gladiator now is bringing out his war dogs. Okay, so he had them hiding in the woods. He's now decided to bring the war dogs out here now. Here they come. Charge in there, 4 units of war dogs. Look like got some quite good upgrades on. I think they got 7 upgrades on, an experienced stripe gold shield gold attack here as they're charging forward. Be interested to see if the chariot. Oh, there's a chariots. Britannia, Britannia chariots going to hit the war dogs. Bang! As they smash into those war dogs there. Oh my gosh. Just look at that for a scrap. How often do you see war dogs fighting chariots? I would suggest very rarely there. You can see I've brought my cavalry into it. There, my armoured cavalry general units there, look, attacking as well as the Britannia chariots there, chopping those dogs up. There, the war dogs there have been taken out by the chariots there. And there you can see all our infantry now is moving down from the position that we took up earlier. Okay, so that's all of, as I say, that's all of the Julii generals' units taken out, bar 2 battle damaged cavalry units. So there, all that Julii army taken out there. And as I say, battlefield awareness and reading the battlefield is so important. And here you can see got Scorpion King's fully upgraded cataphracts there, positioning his troops there. So we're now going to be looking to move over to where the Roman troops were looking to form up earlier on in the battle. Okay, so we're going to be looking to form up there. Here you can see all the Roman troops now are forming up where we were. So now they need to form up. But remember, Mantu's lost all his fully upgraded cavalry. That could be important. Okay, at this stage of the battle, you'll see that Scorpion King is taking his cheap mid-range Parthian archers forward there. And I think what he's trying to do is to try and attract the expensive arrows from the elite archer auxiliary Roman archers there, so that they'll waste their arrows, if you like, on his cheap mid-range archers there. Okay, now there's a tactical reason for that. Can you think of why that reason would be? Okay, so you've got the elite archer auxiliaries here shooting their expensive arrows into the cheap mid-range archers of Scorpion King there. Okay, so the tactical reason for that, if you just explain that to you, is that these archers here, okay, as I say, they are elite archers there, shooting their elite arrows into those cheap archers. But remember, we've got the weaker, lesser factions here, and all our units are susceptible to archer damage. Okay, so what Scorpion King's trying to do, he's trying to get these elite archers to shoot their arrows, as I say, into his cheap archers there, so they've got less ammunition to shoot into our infantry later on in the battle. So make no mistake, it's a good tactical move here by Scorpion King there. And as I say, you can see the enemy troops there with their elite archers there, who have suffered casualties as well. Now, I'd have thought Mantu may well have sent in his war dogs to try and take out those archers. Maybe that would have been something to do there. I don't know what all of you are thinking. Right, can you see here that the Julii general is charging the last 2 cavalry units he's got into those archers there? Okay, now he might be in for a bit of a surprise there as he charges forward. Can you see that Scorpion King had his eastern infantry, the pajama people, hiding in the woods there, and they're coming forward with their anti-cavalry spears, and bang! Those 2 Julii cavalry units almost routed on impact. Now remember that the numbers there, remember those pajama people are 120 man per unit there, so the numbers there probably dropped the morale of those 2 Praetorian cavalry units there, and that's why they routed so quickly. So just to let you know that. And here you can see Scorpion King using his fast moving horse archer unit there to attack one of the enemy archer units there. Nice move there by Scorpion King. And as I say, you can see a heck of a lot of the enemy archers here shooting into those cheap Parthian mid-range archers there. But you can see the enemy troops have all massed here on this particular part of the map, and awaiting us to attack them, I think. Here goes that horse archer unit again, but he needs to be careful he doesn't get hit by heavy cavalry. And there you are, Scipii cavalry comes in and bang! There could be another cavalry unit could hit him as well there. Here, can you see that horse archer unit's been auto-attacked? They're using their little knives there. So that unit has now been routed. But as I say, make no mistake, the enemy team have still got powerful 31k Roman armies in that position. Okay, you can see the chariots have just arrived here. Now, as I say, Scorpion King and Earth, very, very good tacticians of battlefield tactics, as I say here. And you can see them. Can you see how Scorpion King's moving his fully upgraded Parthian cataphracts in behind the enemy troops? You'll see that Earth is taking his chariots over there as well. As I say, both these guys are master tacticians on the Rome Total War battlefield, as a lot of veterans watching this will know. Okay. There, so there you are. You can see the Parthian cataphracts coming in behind the enemy troops. And as I say, you've got Earth's chariots that are locked and loaded as well, ready to move in when he decides it's the best time to do that. But there you are, there's Scorpion King's Parthian, fully upgraded Parthian cataphracts there. Now remember, the enemy team, because they lost a lot of their cavalry earlier on in the battle, they haven't got a lot of cavalry left here to kind of throw in there. Otherwise, you know, if they had their full contingent of cavalry that they had at the beginning of the battle, I'm pretty sure they may well have thought to take on the cataphracts there, maybe with a bit of infantry support. But here, you can see Scorpion King now pulling his cavalry back a little bit out of danger's way there from enemy infantry. And as I say, you can see Earth repositioning his chariots there. But as I say, both Scorpion King and Earth here showing some good tactics. We know that they're master tacticians on the 31k battlefield here. And here you can see our infantry starting to arrive at this part of the battlefield. There you can see Earth's chosen swordsmen and head hurlers have just got to that side of the battlefield. Now, what I've done with my Spanish troops, because remember what I said to you earlier, what I found with Spain is that their stamina doesn't seem to be very good. You seem to run a short distance and they seem to get winded and tired quite quickly, and they seem to take a little bit longer to kind of refresh, to get their fitness back. So I tended to walk my infantry, my bull warriors there, rather than run. Okay, and over here you'll see Scorpion King's thrown in one of his pajama people units, Eastern infantry unit there against that archer unit. Nice move there by him. It's going to get smashed there, and bang, as those enemy cavalry units smash that unit there. But as I say, see how Scorpion King has got his cavalry now all the way round, onto the other flank of the enemy team. So the enemy team now are looking in three separate directions. They're looking at Earth's chariots over here. Okay, so they're going to be looking at Earth's chariots. They're going to be looking at the Parthian cavalry. Okay, so that's two ways they're going to be looking. And then with our infantry arriving, they're going to be looking in three separate directions here. Now you can see our infantry just arriving on this particular part of the battlefield there. As I say, I'm walking my Spanish troops because they do seem to not have great stamina from what I've seen in comparison, to the urban cohorts that I'm usually used to dealing with. So that's why I'm walking them there. And you can see, even walking, look, they get warmed up. They're not fresh. You see what I mean? I mean, if urban cohorts had walked that distance, they would still be fresh, but these guys are just warmed up. So as I say, their stamina not as good as the urban cohorts there. But now, as I say, the enemy team now has got to face three separate directions. There's 3 points of danger. You've got fully upgraded Parthian cataphracts there. of Scorpion King, and make no mistake there, he spread his cavalry out, maybe looking to hit different targets when the time is right to charge. And then you've got, as I say, Earth chariots over there locked and loaded. You can see Mantu's put his infantry there facing the possible chariot threat. Okay, and then of course you've got Fesen's cavalry over there as well. His Germanic Gothic cavalry there. So you've got a lot of, if you like, different threats for the enemy team to look at. But this is all tactical. You see what I mean? This is very tactical here, trying to get the enemy team to not know where we're going to strike. Now here I notice the enemy team starts moving towards our infantry. Can you see there seems to be a momentum there of the enemy team moving towards our infantry? There, but they seem to stop. They don't seem to go past a certain place there. Can you see? It looked like they were going to really come forward there to maybe attack our infantry, and then they kind of stopped there. You see, because it did look like they were moving forward there to maybe try and you know, possibly attack our infantry. They got their archers there, look. And as I say, all our units are susceptible to archer damage, so we need to be aware of that when or if we're going to attack. And as I say, Scorpion King, we know he's got his finger on the trigger. You can see that he could smash into the back of those cavalry units possibly that are facing away from him, and enemy infantry are facing away from him as well. Okay, but we know Scorpion King very, very aggressive. As I say, he'll have his finger on the trigger to let those cavalry go. Now over here, I wasn't sure whether Mantu deliberately routed this, well, activated this unit here with this cavalry unit. I'm not sure if this cavalry unit was a routing unit that bumped into that berserker unit and activated it, or whether Mantu deliberately hit that berserker unit with that cavalry unit so that it's activated. Remember, when a berserker unit is activated, it goes out of control of its general and just chases the nearest enemy unit, which is that cavalry unit. So that berserker unit is off into the woods now, chasing that that routing cavalry unit there. If Mantu did that deliberately, well done to him. That was a good tactical move. Here you can see Scorpion King there running his pajama people into those elite cavalry units there, but it wouldn't surprise me if the pajama people completely routed, which is what they've done there. So all that infantry there of Scorpion Kings has just been taken out. No matter what upgrades you put on Eastern infantry, they're just not very brilliant, really. Right, here you can see Scorpion King moving his cataphracts in to attack the rear of those SPQR cavalry. Bang and bang as he charges in there. Once again, battlefield awareness. The cavalry units were facing away from those cataphracts there. And here you can see, if you look pause the game for a second, you'll see that Scorpion King has alt-attacked his cataphracts, and they are now using their effective against armor maces. And make no mistake, those are devastating weapons there. So you charge in with a light lance, and once you get into melee, you alt-attack and use your effective against armor maces. You'll see here that Sultan here has alt-attacked with his Praetorian cavalry. They're using their heavy swords instead of their light lances, which are really great for the melee battle there. But they were hit hard by those two cataphract units. It wouldn't surprise me if both those SPQR cavalry units routed. And there you are, you can see those cataphracts that they're going to smash into these SPQR units as well here, look, and bang, as they smash in there. But Sultan is moving his cavalry units forward towards his infantry here. But you can see Scorpion King here is really kind of like starting the battle here with his cataphracts. They're attacking, being very aggressive. You've got Fesen's Germanic cavalry there ready to charge in as well. So as I say, Scorpion King being very, very aggressive here. And as I say, you've got Earth chariots there just biding their time, ready for when he's ready to charge them in. And there's all our infantry there, ready to attack. Make no mistake, we will be suffering casualties from those archers at the moment. Okay, but as I say, Scorpion King being very, very aggressive with his Parthian cavalry. And as I say, we may well hit from three directions here. Parthia coming in from the rear, our infantry coming in from the front, and the chariots coming in from the flank. We'll just have to see here. There you can see all those enemy troops, all those Brutii, green Brutii troops, look, heading towards Scorpion King's Parthian troops there. So here you can see Scorpion King now charging his Parthian cavalry into those troops there, like a bang, as he smashes in there. Oh my gosh. So Scorpion King now is fully engaged. I think all his cavalry now are engaged there. And look at the ferocity of that Brutii attack onto those 3 cataphract units of Scorpion Kings there. That's a heck of a lot of resources to be putting in against 3 cataphracts there. And meanwhile here you can see these SPQR units are facing the full charge of our armies there. You can see both Earth's chosen swordsman and my Spanish troops charging in there. And here comes the chariots. Okay, now make no mistake here, Earth has just been waiting for the right time to bring the chariots in there to combine with the Parthian cavalry attack there and the Germanic cavalry that's also attacking the enemy troops as well. There you are, you can see Fesen's Germanic Gothic cavalry attacking the enemy troops as well. But just look at the Brutii resources there being thrown in on those 3 Parthian cavalry units there that are still holding. Oh my gosh, right, here comes our army. Now for the first time ever, okay, for the first time ever, I am going to do an old school, old-fashioned surge attack with Spain. Never done that before, never done a surge attack with Spain before, but here look, Scorpion King's fully upgraded Parthian cataphracts still holding. Look at the pressure that those cataphracts are under, and they're still holding here, enabling our troops, look, with all those resources on those 3 cataphracts. There, they've just killed his general there, but you can still see we're moving forward here into the enemy troops, trying to get to those Parthian cataphracts. You can see Earth and my infantry. You can see the Germanic infantry coming up behind, plus the chariots have charged in there as well. But there you are, you can see my infantry surge attack there with my Spanish infantry. Okay, you can see that coming in there. And you can see the chariots there as well, lowering the morale of the Roman troops. And you can see the chosen swordsman. You've got the head hurlers there throwing heads in as well. Here comes the Germanic infantry as well. You can see a lot of the Roman troops now are starting to rout with this really massive impact there of our lesser, weaker factions there, but are fully upgraded against these battle-hardened, tried and tested 31k Roman armies there. There you are, you can see us really pushing forward. Can you see my Spanish troops there, and our Britannia ally there, and our Germanic ally, the chariots there as well. Oh my gosh, can you see this Brutii cavalry charging in there? Bang! As they smash in there. Oh my gosh. And there's that berserker unit that was chasing that other unit from the woods, I think. And there you are, there, mass rout there of the Roman troops there. Okay, so let's just pause the game for a second, and it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle there. As you can see, all those enemy Roman troops have now routed there. You see the 3 berserker, that berserker unit there, I think that's the one that actually was chasing that routed Scipii cavalry unit away. I think it's come back into the fray there. And you've got those other 2 activated berserker units there as well. But you can see now that the lesser but fully upgraded factions can be really powerful against tried and tested, battle-hardened 31k Roman armies here. And of course, all this started over here when we were talking about battlefield awareness and reading the battlefield. This is where I think the battle really started here, and I think losing that to Julii army plus Mantu's fully upgraded 6 cavalry units as well, I think, to be honest, it was a bad start. Let's be honest, it was a bad start for the other team there. And as I say, no disrespect to any player in this game, okay? It's no disrespect, but I just wanted to show you an example of what can happen if a player isn't battlefield aware or not reading the battlefield, if you see what I mean there. And that's the consequences of that. So it's just an example of what can happen there. So as I say, no, there's nothing against any particular player there. It's just showing you an example there. But here you can see there, I think Scorpion King got 2 units left. That's it. Scorpion King's only got 2 units left out of his entire army there. So that goes to show how tough that battle was there for him with his aggressive tactics that he uses there. There you can see the chariots there and the Germanic troops and my Spanish troops there all charging in. Okay, so the first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. As I say, this is one of our new concept battles, and there you are. It was a clear victory. Now, who would have thought that, looking at the factions in our team? Clear victory. Wow. And just to say, highest kills in the game, get ready for this, Parthia. Oh my gosh, Scorpion King got over 2,000 kills with Parthia. So really well done to Scorpion King there, I think, with that Parthian army there. Unfortunately for Gladiator there, you know, as we saw, unfortunate for him that he got hit like that. So, you know, I did feel a bit sorry for him there. You know, he did get whacked there. An example there of what we say it talked about, battlefield awareness. Well done to Mantu. He'll be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but of course he lost his fully upgraded cavalry. Well done to Sultan. He'll be disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills. And well done to Royer. He'll be disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills as well. But I thought you guys played well with your Roman troops there. So, you know, well done, guys. My Spanish army, I got less than 1,000 kills, as you can see. But if you look how many troops I've got left, I think I only lost 150 troops in the whole battle there. So men remaining was, you know, that's quite good there. So quite pleased with that Spanish army. Well done to Fesen. He might be a bit disappointed he got less than 1,000 kills, but look how many troops he's got left at the end of the battle. He did well. Well done to Earth. He got less than 1,000 kills. He might be a bit disappointed, but look how many men he's got left at the end of the battle from his original numbers there. So he did well. And as I say, well done to Scorpion King. Highest kills in the game with Parthia there. So really well done there. And just to say, you know, okay, our units are all fully upgraded. We had maximum money, but we are classed as a lesser, weaker factions here against the battle-hardened, tried and tested 31k Roman armies there. Okay, so as I say, this is one of the new concept battles that we're playing at the moment. And to be honest with you, the battles that we play seem to be quite even. Sometimes the Romans win. In fact, I think on balance, the Roman team tends to win more. So, you know, as I say, for the lesser factions being fully upgraded, it does make the battle interesting there. Because, I mean, I've never taken a fully upgraded Spanish army into battle before. So it's a complete learning curve for me. And I'm guessing a lot of the 31k players in the team that I'm in, you know, they've never bought fully upgraded Germania, Britannia or Parthia armies before either. So it's a learning curve for us. But, of course, the other team with their tried and tested battle-hardened 31k Roman armies, they're used to those armies as well. So, as I say, it's quite interesting battle concept, what we're trying now. And I think most people are quite enjoying it. Please leave your thoughts in the comments. Be interested to see what you think. Bye for now.